Hello and welcome to this energy healing session for you. This session we're going to find a theme from some cards. This is a deck of cards that I really like. So we'll just give them a shuffle, see what the theme for today is going to be, or one of the themes in this session. Okay, so this is a very beautiful card. It's abundance. And the message on this card is, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Beautiful. So we have abundance to start this session off. Okay, so just get comfortable. Maybe take a few nice, slow, deep breaths. Just watch your breath, don't force it. And just allow yourself to relax into your body and watch your breath. Just its gentle flow in and out of your body. And the first thing we're going to do is connect to your heart field. I always mention the heart field as opposed to anything specific in that area, or sometimes it's specific, but often it's the heart field, because there are so many things that can be actually swept up if in that general umbrella terms. You've got the organ, you've got the chakra, you've got the meridian, you've got the electromagnetic field. I mean, there's a myriad of different aspects that we could be drawing on here, and your system in its knowledge of itself will be able to just connect with whatever it needs to within that, the emotional components or consciousness or whatever it might be. So we have the heart center, and actually it is with a focus on self-acceptance, joy. There is a consciousness of that seesaw on the emotional scale between joy and sadness. In Chinese medicine you have the idea that this is one emotion depending on how the tilt of the seesaw goes. So there is that recognition of the potential for tilt in either direction. Okay. So with regard to this abundance, this idea of abundance, the thing that's coming in now is consciousness of what's holding you back. What is holding you back? And following on from this, we have this awareness or belief system of I'm not good enough. That is then hooking in again to the heart center and then up to the throat chakra, which is all to do with communication and self-expression. And the particular aspect of the connection with the throat chakra is actually to do with your communication with yourself. This is to do with how you're talking to yourself inside your own head, how you are feeling, how you're reacting. So it's a consciousness of you putting the brakes on, of you, it's that sense of, we're all so good at doing this, of seeing the potential in other people, but not in ourselves. It's that kind of thing that is being focused on here. So we have a tone coming in to help rebalance that. This was to smooth out your connection with your sense of yourself. Really to allow the oh but, the multiple oh buts to fall away. So somebody might say to you, oh, you're great at whatever it is, or you could certainly do whatever, and your response could be, well, yes, but putting the brakes on. So it's this tone was to smooth the connection to your sense of yourself and your capabilities and your potential. And we're really also focusing on this sense of taking in and releasing from the sense of the breath, of the lungs, and just generally bigger picture. So, are you holding on to stuff you don't need to hold on to? Taking in but not releasing. Is there a balance going on here? So we're just holding the focus for that to rebalance. And there's very much this consciousness of joy rising up through the central core of you, from your solar plexus, which is all to do with your sense of self, right up to your throat chakra, and your self-expression, so your communication with yourself, but also your communication out into the world. It's both, or potentially it's both. Well, this is a fun-filled session. What we're now going to do is work on releasing self-doubt. And actually, I'm being drawn to show you how the energy can unravel, okay? And I can do that by using a pendulum. It's dowsing. Oh, it's got a knot in it. I don't know why it's got a knot in it. Let's see if I can undo that before we go on. So this, with the pendulum, what happens in the sense, it won't now when I'm about, what's going to happen when I use it, if I can still use it with a knot in, but I'd rather not. So what the pendulum is nothing more than an extension of my intuition, okay? It's just a visible physical thing that will enable you to see energy moving. So that's why it's quite fun to use, because you can just, you will be able to see when it's going and when it's tailing off, which I feel in my body as I'm doing these sessions. Oh, there we go. But it's, it's just interesting for you to be able to actually see this. Now, when we are releasing something, the pendulum will swing anti-clockwise for me. So in other words, when the pendulum is swinging, you'll probably see it going towards the wall here, and that's when things are releasing. That's a releasing energy. If we are, so we're reducing something. If we are increasing something, say we are focusing on loving energy, for example, it will go clockwise. So for me, clockwise is that way, towards the cushion. Okay, so you'll be able to see what's going on here. All right, so what we're doing here is just focusing now on releasing self-doubt. And do you see it's going this way, anti-clockwise? So I'm just going to go quiet and hold space for this while this releases. And this releasing is also going to result in a greater or an easier access for you to your natural state of joy as well, your sense of happiness. That is our natural state, but it can get well covered up by the stuff of life. So this is to allow for an easier access to that. So we're still focusing on this releasing, unraveling and releasing of self-doubt. And this is particularly self-doubt that blocks your potential. And there's the emotion of fear is involved with this self-doubt. Fear of failure, fear of being seen to fail, that kind of thing is in the mix here. And also feeling like a failure internally within yourself as well. So there are various elements coming in here, but we're still releasing this self-doubt. Okay, so now we are focusing on the heart center again, and what's going to happen now is I'm going to run energy with the intention of filling all the areas that were full of self-doubt, all this, every aspect of your being, every cell of your body that now has space in it because of the release of the self-doubt. So there is this filling up now and running energy with a focus on loving energy. And as you can see, the pendulum's going to start swinging towards the cushion here. Didn't even know I was going to need the pendulum today. I was lucky I had it on the table, wasn't it? Okay, so here we go. So just running energy with this warm, loving energy being the focus. Of it filling all the nooks and crannies that the space that are now that are free for filling up. Okay. There's also now a consciousness of connecting to your inner knowing, your consciousness of your gut feeling, really, your inner knowing, your internal traffic lights. We have these internal traffic lights for a reason, and you can't go wrong if you follow them. So often, I think, in our daily lives, in our head-centric lives, certainly in the West here, we ignore these little flutters of intuition at our peril, because they are there to help us and to really allow a smoother path through life when we are aligned to our core being. So there is consciousness of connection to your inner traffic lights, to your intuition. And of course, when you're aligned to your core being, abundance becomes something that just happens because you're in flow. So, you know, everything's connected to everything else, and this is a really good example of it. Okay, so there's now a sense of energies circulating within and around your body. So it's as if there's for me, it seems as if it's going, the circuit is up the front and down the back. It's that kind of idea that I've got here. And there's a sense of warmth working its way through the spine into the brain stem, into the limbic areas. Okay, so the brain stem is where all your automatic functions are are dealt with. Then you've got the limbic brain, which is all the emotional processing, and then you've got the cortex around the outside, which is your sort of higher thinking, conscious mind. So we've got a sense of flow within the central nervous system. So this is the spinal cord and the brain. So there's very much this sense of flow. And again, connection to your state of joy, consciousness of your heart center, and to circulation of the blood, the nerves, the lymph around your body, and of filtering, removal of things that no longer serve you. Could be physical filtering of cell debris or toxins, or that sort of thing. It could be more thought related or emotions. It could be on any level. That's the thing with these sessions, they can work on multiple levels as needed and as appropriate each time. That's the thing. Okay, everything seems to be settling now. We've got the Aum coming in, which is really to synchronize everything from a resonating perspective, everything that's come up in the session with you, to synchronize all of it. And there's again a connection with your heart center, and then we've got grounding. Okay. And there we go. That's the end of this session. I hope you enjoyed it and that you found it, or will find it, beneficial. Just keep an eye on yourself and see how you get on. And if you enjoyed this session, please subscribe to the channel, and then if you click the little bell, you'll be notified when I put up new sessions for you. So there we go. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye for now.